Welcome to the Pleasant Thoughts Podcast. I'm Dre here with Andrew, Nicky, and Nick. So we're going to do a quick introduction here and just talk about ourselves and just go briefly into that. You guys cool with that?
Sure, that's fine with me.
All right, so we're going to start with Nick since he's closest to me. Nick, explain a little about yourself.
Like personally closest to you, or like?
We're not going to get
Because that hurts.
Sexually.
That hurts a lot.
Hi, I'm Nick Dimitri. I am co-writer of the Pleasant Thoughts webcomic, and you can find me on Twitter at Pleasant Thinker. So, I don't know, dude. Shit's been going fucking ham lately, man. It sucks. I've been to a wedding, and now I gotta be to another wedding. I'm going to Vegas coming up, and it is terrifying.
Well,
Have any
that
of y'all
sounds
been to
great,
Vegas?
though.
I don't think that's correct English.
Have any of y'all
Be
been
to another wedding?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I'm using the King's English. Has anyone here been to Vegas?
I have. Yeah.
You have been to Vegas?
not.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucking horrified.
So just get ready for every
For this
person
Joey.
you pass on the. Every person you pass on the street is going to try to take you to a strip club. Literally, if they stop to
I
talk
don't
to
like
you,
strip
Because
right?
they want to
exactly.
watch you stripping.
No.
They're recruiting.
There was not a moment where Joshua and I. That is so hairy. Oh my god.
Some chest action going on.
And there is not a moment that you will have. Formulating these words is very hard. I'm sorry. Every single person you pass on the street that talks to you, that like, hey, how's it going? It seems like it's going to be a friendly conversation. They're just trying to get you to a strip club. They're like, we've got a limo service. We're going to take you there. You're going to see some naked women. And then if you tell them no, they're going to make you feel really uncomfortable. Like, they pretty much bullied Joshua and I. Every time Joshua and I said, no, we're good. We don't want to see any.
You're some kind of pussy?
You guys a bunch of gays? You don't like seeing titties?
Andrew and Josh took a sick limo to a sick strip club.
No.
And that's the end of that story. No, well, really, what did you...
No, we never went. We drank a little. We set ourselves limits on how much money we were going to gamble away.
Smart.
And then we went to White Castle and probably spent more money at White Castle than we did gambling in the casinos.
Okay, so when did you do all the blow, though?
I was in the Navy at the time, so I couldn't do blow.
Yeah, only gambling and drinking when you're in the Navy.
I was literally going to check into my next command the next day.
Wait, so hold up. Was that the only reason that you didn't do blow? Like, oh, I'm in the Navy, so guess I can't do coke.
Well, also, I mean, I think Andrew likes having boners, so...
Blow stops me from having
It
boners?
can cause erectile dysfunction in
God.
you.
Okay, so next up.
Nicky! Alright, so
Hello.
just intro.
So, I am Nick, also known as Wiggity Wizard. I play video games and say stupid shit and make dick jokes. You can find me on YouTube and on Twitch at Wiggity Wizard. I've just been going to school and working, and it kind of sucks.
With puppies, though.
That's true. The dogs are great.
It kind of sucks. It's the people that are horrible.
Yeah, there's some assholes who come in. I mean, it's
Nicky
general.
kidnaps dogs for a living.
I work in a pet hotel. It's general,
That's
like,
what he calls it.
customer service bullshit.
This is the love lounge of the pet hotel.
You have to deal with these people who don't really understand how to take care of their own dogs. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of sad when you think about it.
It's real
Yeah.
bummer.
Yeah.
But also I've just been playing a bunch of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, getting real bad at that, and
Getting worse, actually.
Yeah.
The more you play it.
Significantly worse. So I call him Nicky. That's like his baby name. Like, that's what I call him Nicky from sometimes. I call him Nicholas. It's whatever. So
just call me Nicky.
Nicky, my little brother Nicky, and I live together.
Why don't we just call him the Wizard?
You can also call me by my
Hello, I am the wizard.
my boy band alias, Nicky Fucks.
Nicky Fucks. I am Andy Two Dicks. He is Nicky Fucks.
But,
Is that your persona?
Yeah,
So-
no. What does that have to do with furries?
Stop.
I'm not. What? He asked me if I have a persona. I don't.
Anyways,
Okay, so anyways, on to Andrew.
right.
Andrew, tell us about your week and just a little bit about yourself.
My week has been. It's been fine.
Tell us, how has it been just fine?
It's been fine, okay?
It's
You know, when you get your dick caught in alligator clamps, it just kind of ruins your whole
It
week.
really does. It's very hard to go about. So,
Something gets real hard.
I'm starting to work out again. I've been on the couch for a couple of months or about a month because I really messed up my meniscus. I've been rehabbing it this entire time. It's been feeling a lot better. Like, that's why I didn't do any dancing at the wedding. Like, because my knee was, like, done. Like, just walking around and standing.
I thought you were just so flabbergasted by all the whiteness. You were like,
No,
nope.
yeah.
It's a rough life spending most of it on your knees. You know?
No, so I was in the military,
Right.
and years of marching in combat boots really does a number to your knees. And so, yeah, working out has been it's been grueling because I'm used to running 7 to 8 miles a day, and now I can only manage 3, and it's really, really upsetting me. And trying to get back onto the dating scene, and I've been stood up 3 times now. So, you know, it's like that toe dip into the waters that is dating resulted in me getting my foot bitten off by a shark. But other than that,
I've
stellar
been
week.
fine, okay?
It's
I'm
okay.
fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Okay, that was a 6 song.
Now,
So, yes, me. I am Dre.
Hi, Dre.
Indeed. No, my week's been pretty great. Actually accepted a job.
Oh, I didn't get to plug all my social media.
Positive.
Oh, Andrew also has social media. He's
got
at...
it.
Yeah, I'm. You can follow me on Instagram at I'm_Andresito. I'm on there. That's Twitter as well, but I don't really use Twitter that much.
now back to Dre.
Oh, right. So, anyway, my week's
me,
pretty
I
good. I
guess.
accepted a new job. I've been unemployed for a little bit, which sucked a lot, but it's okay. Now I am employed again, and I don't know. So I'm pretty happy about that. Obviously, because I'd like to make money and not getting unemployment.
How was kayaking?
Kayaking was sick, actually, and then we did that actually yesterday with Nick.
That's true, I was there. I did kayak.
They saw some frogos. It was pretty fun.
There was a frog on our... There were 2 frogs on our kayak. They were named Emilio and Carlos, and they were just fantastic little dudes.
Ray, I'm not gonna lie. If you continue to have that inflection on your voice, I might go insane.
You're gonna go insane.
Yeah.
You don't like the voice?
I don't like the radio show voice. It'd be great if you could just do your normal
All right,
voice.
you know what? Fine. I'll do my normal voice, and it'll be okay.
I guess I have to do my normal voice too then. I can't do the inflection I've been doing this whole time.
Okay. I'm just trying to be hyped up. That's all. I'm trying to be concise and hyped.
No, it's
But
fine.
it's
Yeah.
fun.
No, I'm
Thanks.
glad you're enjoying yourself. This is what.
What he's saying is he's not enjoying it and he hates you.
Yes,
No,
I hear that. I hear that, Andrew.
What he's saying is your voice is fine.
This is why Andrew sits the furthest away from me.
It's fine.
You know what?
We're going off the rails on
It's
episode
okay.
1.
It's okay. But all right, I'll stop that. But so my week's been great. Accepted a job. I'm pretty stoked about moving forward with my life after a pretty difficult time. And don't follow me on social media, but follow Pleasant Thoughts.
Yeah.
It's one of the dopest comics ever, and I enjoy it a lot.
Oh, thanks, man. We really appreciate that.
It's seriously.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that just read it that I know. They're like, oh, cool, your friends actually make this thing, and it's great. Like,
Including the entire population of Vietnam. We've been getting a lot of hits
yeah.
from Vietnam and like what was the Bangladesh? I don't know where that's coming from, but like, yo, keep it up, guys. That's rad.
I will
Appreciate it.
say my only criticism is it's pretty hard to masturbate to.
You're just not trying hard enough.
It's
clearly.
because
I've tried very hard.
it's because it's my artwork. My artwork has never
There's
satisfied
not
Nicholas.
enough
Sexually.
titties.
Need me some-
Val needs titties
And
in
titties.
your gold.
Okay, so our
I've
first
already
episode, we're gonna find out
Getting
what
off
if
track.
Val had titties. Sorry.
I was about to say I already redesigned the characters like 4 times. I'm trying to keep it
Minimum.
Are
consistent
you
now.
Sure. Okay.
Well, Andrew in real life already had titties, but he lost those a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
That's-
So Dre, what are we talking about today?
Moves. Okay,
I've
so
always been I was fat is what he's saying. I was
No,
a
he
fat.
just had titties. So
This is a
Dre.
workout podcast. No, I'm just kidding. So, the point of what we want to talk about today, and maybe for the foreseeable future, is what would you do in various in-game universes? So today we want to talk about Fallout New Vegas. What all of us would do if we lived in this universe.
Which I mean, that's my favorite Fallout. I know I didn't really play a lot of the first 2, so I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that. But I could not finish 4.
Mhm.
I just couldn't get into it.
But just let me, before you get into that, not in this room, because I'm pretty sure Nick and I both agree that New Vegas is the best Fallout game, right?
You mean Nicky?
Nicky, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas is actually my favorite game ever made.
I love New Vegas so much.
Yeah, New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game. I wouldn't
It's
say
up there.
Yeah, it's incredible. So so you might get shit on the internet, but this is a safe space for you.
Well, I just meant as far as, because a lot of people prefer the first 2, and for a lot of them, I know that's the ones that they grew up with. I didn't grow up really as much of a PC gamer, so I don't have a lot of experience with that. But New Vegas, I mean, I had so many great fucking memories of like it being 2 a.m. at my dad's house, me by myself playing in what was it, hardcore mode? Was that the?
Yeah, they have the hardcore mode where ammo has weight. You need to use.
You need to eat and drink.
Yeah, you need to see a doctor if you injure a limb.
Or use a doctor's bag.
And stim packs heal over time. They're not just instant.
Man, that was such a good fucking game. So what would we do if we lived in that universe?
Yeah, so if we were...
I think I'd be dead. Honestly, I don't know.
Well,
I think out of the 4 of us, maybe y'all would survive, but I ain't fucking making
but
it.
tell me, okay, if you just think you're gonna die in this universe, what would you be doing that caused your... Would you be one of those caravan
Or
people?
better yet, you're the carrier. You wake up in the hospital. This is you are playing.
The doctor's house.
The doctor's house.
Yeah.
You wake up. What are the first things that you say that you don't have to go on this quest to figure out who you are, remember what's going on, or get
That shit, yeah.
Just what would you do? You wake up. He's like, I fixed you. You were shot in the head, but now you're good.
I think I still try to make it to New Vegas, but just to be in a real city, because everything else is mad depressing as fuck. I don't think that my dude would be at all interested in hanging out and being a farmer with Brahmins and shit. I think if I was alive, I'd want to go. Honestly, probably want to be one of the comics over at the bar down there, and hopefully get bumped up to New Vegas and slam some D over in Gamora. But I'd probably die on the way over there because I have no survival skills whatsoever.
Well, besides like smelling shit and knowing which direction it came from.
Even then, I have a very weak nose. My nose is not at all powerful. But yeah, that's what I think I would be doing. I think I'd look for a way to be able to use things that I'm good at, and about the only things I'm good at is making strangers laugh. One of them is definitely not using a gun, or being able to survive, cook my own food, any of that shit. I'd be fucking dead within an hour after eating the wrong plant, or like wiping my ass with it.
You say your profession then, you would be a comic in the Fallout universe.
I would be an attempted stand-up comic who dies horribly, yes.
The tragic hero, yes.
Hero is a very strong word.
Hey, but that's the cool thing about Fallout. Like it doesn't matter if you have shitty skills in certain traits. Like you can find companions. You find somebody along the road that is good with guns. You make them laugh, and it's like, hey, you think you can,
my job would be making Boone laugh. If I could make fucking Boone from that game laugh, I feel like I would
or you
succeed
could
in
just
life.
I have Victor carry you to New Vegas and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah. Just do that.
So, hold on. Nicky then.
Yeah.
Nicky, if you're in this universe then, what would your profession be? What would,
See, that's it. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe I'd open a bar or something, but, like, have like, the cool neon lights and everything. But I don't know if I'd want it in New Vegas. I kind of want that aspect of danger. Like, I might have to, like, pull a gun out on somebody if they try and run up on me on
What's
the
the first city you go to?
The first place you go to, well, you wake up in Good Springs.
And then you go to...
You're kind of railroaded to go straight to Prim.
That's it, Prim, yeah. That'd be a fun place to open up a bar where there's danger.
Yeah, well, especially since there's a bunch of powder gangers in there.
Yeah.
But I think you have to be some sort of hardcore to exist in the universe, or you just die anyways, right?
I mean, if we're assuming that I'm hardcore, then we are making a very large assumption, Trey.
I mean, so like, say you take your present state of mind, and you know how the game works. You understand the mechanics of the game.
Yes.
But you just implement them into real life. you can kind of use that as a way to bypass certain like.
Yeah, don't think of you as yourself being put in it. Think of like your head being put in the character that you make.
But even then, like, I don't think that my thought process in any capacity, and I think if we do any other games where we're talking about this, I think I'm going to be similar in that mindset. I don't think I would be like, you know what I want to do? Go kill some people and make money off of it.
Oh no, I'm kind of doing exactly what Andrew just said. I'm just saying, what would I do to support myself and live in this insane world?
I think I would try to make a living out of being able to talk to people.
Yeah, I think that, but being a stand-up, that's a thing in the game. I think it works.
Yeah, I think it's great. I'd go watch you do stand-up.
And I think, I mean,
I'd be covered in the blood of my enemies, but I'd do stand-up.
I think Nicky, I mean, the idea of a bar, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll do shows at your bar, Nick. That sounds great.
Yeah, there we
As long
go.
as I don't get stabbed by prisoners.
Because like the places I like in New Vegas the most aren't really New Vegas itself or any of the bigger cities. I like the little places along the way, you know, like the 188 there's like a little food place. That's the place where you meet Veronica. That's one of my favorite places.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like got the buses that are like broken in half and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it's got like a little shed where the food in the bar area is, and then along the way you pass by like the NCR sharecropping places, and there's another place to buy food, and like there's a little farm and 2 people. By the way, that place sucks because I always fast travel there, and then I have like a Legion death squad come after me, and everyone who's there just gets murdered. So
Dude, I hated playing Elite. Like, I tried to beat it as every faction. Fucking Legion, dude.
I mean, there's like 3 quests
So
on the Legion
I would
side.
probably,
Okay,
if
just
for
an
me in the game, I would probably end up joining the Legion. Like that's
What kind of fuck stick joins Legion? Anyway, Andrew, what do you want to do?
But that's the thing though. Like I'm a military man, you know. I'm a veteran after serving 6 years active duty. So I would want to find some kind of structure. No, it's
What
not
about the NCR though?
Well,
They're
yeah, why not?
too.
The NCR would make
The
way more
NCR
sense.
makes way more
they're
sense
not
than
as
the Legion.
fun as.
Okay.
And you and I have very different opinions of the
So-
word fun, Andrew.
So
Please
Andrew
go
just
on.
wants to have slaves then.
I mean, no. So
So defend your
Okay.
Legion
line
point
in the
of view.
sand.
Are you about to make the bold statement that slavery is bad, Andrew? Are you gonna take
No,
that stand?
I'm saying that my stand is that no one ever use the word slavery and Andrew in the same sentence. Unless
what you
Andrew
said.
doesn't really like slavery. Andrew is not a fan of slavery. Those are the only
See, the
sentences
thing
I
is,
can
you
be
said Andrew
formulated.
doesn't really like slavery. We can cut that doesn't out. We got the editor in the room.
So
Yeah. Also, what about the sentence Andrew makes a really kinky sex slave?
So, okay, moving on, any faction, any military faction that has
Legion slave.
some order, I join, you know, but like
but why the Legion? It's like, I think because they're more fun. So elaborate on more fun.
Yeah, let's go through the whole process.
Because I'm not-
Explain in detail. I'm sorry, because I've been cutting you off. Why do you think you wake up? Why do you think you go to the Legion like full on?
And
Why?
then so let's take a step back. I apologize for making a slavery Legion joke, but
I know.
but in all honesty, I'm interested to hear why you would choose this one over the NCR, which is more of a stereotypical like U.S. military outfit, or the
think that's-
Brotherhood of Steel, which is like a kind of paladin organization.
so I think that's kind of why is because I was in like the super like actual structured stereotypical military in real life, and I'm not like super gung ho. I'm not a Navy SEAL, you know, as an air traffic controller. So I wouldn't want to be somebody like the Brotherhood of Steel, and like I never when I don't have to use power or armor in the game, I don't. Like that's why
Oh, that was the best part of the game.
I did not like Fallout 4 when they like those you have to wear this power armor to fight this boss.
Right.
Like that kind of stuff made me dislike that game. I mean, I still like it overall, but the Legion, I like the chaos of it all. Like I like that it's organized chaos, and I think that's something that my life has severely lacked, and it was something that like with the because I'm in a world with no established laws like we have in this country. You know, the rules don't apply, the laws don't apply, but I do need some order because I don't want to be just that dude who's wandering the wasteland by himself in a fucking duster and then ends up going insane. You know, so it would be
Get a
great to
robot
have.
dog.
It would be great to have the camaraderie of like a large group of people that you can relate to, because I love that was my favorite aspect of being in the military, was just like, you're a sailor, I'm a sailor. We don't necessarily have the same jobs or the same idealisms, but we at least agree on that level, and then from there we can stem out and have like this great dynamic relationship between one another.
So in the game, you'll be like, you're a slaver, I'm a slaver. Let's go get some slaves.
We might not agree on anything else. Like maybe you
But-
like football, I like baseball, but we both love slaves.
I feel like I would do that for a short amount of time until I realized it was bullshit and I was
it
not.
would take you. I'm sorry. It would take you a while to realize that slaves are bad.
I said a short amount of time.
It would take
You're
you.
putting-
It would take more than 30
Words in
seconds for you to
mouth.
be like.
You better
"Slaves!"
watch
But
yourself.
the number-
Watch that tongue before you fucking enslave.
The number
Yeah,
one
I
thing
know,
that
that's how I'm ending up as a Legion slave.
the
Like, that's
number
if
one
don't
thing
die.
that I want to do in that game is hunt aliens.
See,
I
didn't
would-
like the aliens part.
I would love to just fucking hunt. Like, I don't. I just think it was cool that we were just like, yeah, and there's also aliens in this fucking topsy-turvy crazy world. I think it's an interesting take on, like, because there's already so much in that world.
I love the DLC in that game. The sci-fi one was probably my least favorite though.
Yeah, but I would.
I think we're mixing up Fallout 3 and Fallout
Because Aliens
3.
was in 3, right?
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
Vegas
Other
was
ships-
just futuristic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's aliens in New Vegas.
It's like an Easter egg.
Right.
It's an alien crash ship.
Yeah, and then there's the aliens that hover over the. There's an alien ship that like hovers and then disappears. Like if you go to a certain location at a
That's
certain
Fallout
time.
3.
Yeah,
I feel like that's Fallout.
but there's
No,
a little
that's,
bit of continuity in it. But
Rock
I think
Opera.
we're
What about you, Dre?
but we're getting. Oh, but glad you asked. But I would do.
Yeah, what would
I
you
live in
do?
Fallout universe. I would make sick rat skewers. I would
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Alright, you guys. All right.
That is
Would
not
you-
what I expected.
Would you be in Freeside making that? Would you like have the competition with the other dude who's making rat skewers, like trying to see who makes the better rat skewers, who has the better?
Where we have some
slices?
Bobby Flay shit?
Yeah.
I know. I want to be like the fucking top chef
Island
rat
chef.
skewer dude, and just killing these mega radiation rats, and then sprinkling them with some fine concrete dust. Indeed, you know.
Now, can I say what I thought you were going to say?
Yes, you can.
I was convinced you were going to say radio DJ.
No.
That shocked
This
me,
is
honestly.
3 Dogs.
Yeah, that's what I. Well,
No.
or whatever the ones were.
The equivalent of
Mr. New Vegas.
Mr. New Vegas. I love
and
Mr. New Vegas.
Tabitha from Black Mountain.
So you're saying you don't want to play Johnny Guitar 8,000 times in a row?
So you're saying you don't
No.
want to be
That's because they pulled out another song, right?
I want a simple,
Something
Yeah.
like that.
radiation-filled rat skewer lifestyle. That's all I want to do. Is
Dude,
make
you could
these
sell your rat
skewers.
skewers at my bar.
There we go. See, I think
We got a business going, and then we can all be
working out.
slaves when Andrew rolls in.
Everything is coming together.
This bar looks real nice.
No, and
Be
I think-
ashamed if someone burnt it down and enslaved all of
And you
you.
know,
That would be a shame. You're right.
But you know why I say all this though is I think my favorite part about the Fallout universe is I like wearing the power armor, I like punching the bad guys, and I like saving the day. But I think what I like
doing
seeing
the drugs.
most is kind of to echo your sentiment, Nikki. Of I enjoy seeing like they're growing crops here, or like this is where they have this crazy. Rivet City was so cool because
They've got caravans. They've
Exactly.
got businesses and shit.
And then
They-
you can
they're thriving
see the
despite-
caravans going from town to town.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
walk with them if you want to.
And it's like, it makes sense. Okay, these people need protein, so they're gonna eat the fucking rats. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Or like seeing them trade, seeing them grow things. Like that's the aspect of post-apocalyptic lifestyles and sort of world building that I appreciate the most.
Mm.
Is just how are these people actually surviving instead of it just being a static game of okay, NPCs, they're just there because they're there. It's like no, like you go out, they're tending to a garden, they're building something, they're fixing their guns, they're trading with caravans, they're tending to their herds of Brahmins. Like I think that's the coolest aspect. And it's like to take it a step up, like, okay, now you have a guy whose sole purpose is to make food. And it's like not just you're buying prepared food from someone. When in theory, anyone can just go punch one of those rats, kill it, and then put it over a fire.
Right.
But it's like this is like a civilized step up of like, this is a provider of food.
You want to be the Fallout Emerald.
Yes.
I'd be like, bam, rats.
My question is, what would your food stand be called?
Ooh.
Now keep in mind, I'm still gonna burn it down
Yes.
and enslave you.
Yes.
See, I think I would make something like some Spartacus joke, like I am Radicus. So when the Legion comes, I
Solid.
can give you guys the finger as I'm brutally murdered and
Oh,
everything
yeah,
burns.
So it's not gonna be
skull-raping you.
Dirty Dick Dre's Dirty Dick Rescuers.
No.
We'll workshop it.
Or
We'll
maybe
work
like
around it.
Rat Brats or something, I don't know.
I think another thing that I
Rats,
would
the musical.
in real life be into.
Just kidding. It's a
it's
food stand.
It's been a while since I've played it, so I don't remember the names of shit. When you're in the city before New Vegas, before you actually get into the big part of New Vegas,
Right.
and they have the
It's like the shitty place with the kings.
the shitty place with the kings, where all of the doctors are, the fort.
Oh, that's the followers of the Apocalypse Fort.
The followers of the Apocalypse Fort. I also could see myself definitely like making my way into being a part of that, because it's so cool that they have these people that are genuinely just trying to make people well
Right.
in this. Like, it's a whole group of people, and they're doing actual medical work, but they're also trying to get people off drugs,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fucking like, that's a thing that people need. Like, you forget about shit that people need after an apocalypse. Like, yeah, there's gonna be murderers, yeah, there's gonna be everything else, but like, people are still gonna need psychiatric help.
Yeah, people are like. There's actually an episode of Game Theory that covered that kind of stuff, like talking about how the reason why the Fallout world is so crazy and everyone acts the way they do is because they all have PTSD after like the bomb fell and radiation poisoning doesn't help their mental state.
I've been told.
So
I
like,
hate game theory.
yeah, he's not the greatest person in the world, but it makes sense. But and then that's kind of like another reason why I see myself joining the Caesar's Legion. Is just like, if you throw me into that world, I'm going to do what I'm going to need to do to survive. That's my number one idea, like how I live my life is like, I'm going to live. I'm now, again, like that gets superseded by certain things like family and friends I put before myself. But like, if I'm alone in this world and Caesar's Legion grabs me and they fucking enslave me, the very first thing I'm gonna do is like, hey, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, hey, I'll help you fucking slave people. I'll be your underling. I'll do what I got to. Like, it's a totalitarian government, but they need bodies.
Right. And then it's a coin toss if you become Butt Boy or Machine Gun Man.
Well, I'll start.
Watch mine.
You'll start in
With
the
the
trenches
power of
as a
butts.
Butt Boy, and then you'll work your way up.
Look, if that keeps me alive, I'm taking dicks. I'm taking dicks if it keeps me alive.
So
My question for you guys is, I don't know if you guys want to go into it that deeply, but what kind of like build would you go for yourself in this wasteland?
Like, if we were to be people that were surviving and going on missions. and
Exactly. Like, don't say like, oh, I'd put like 7 points into this and that. Like, as far as special goes, I'll go first as an example. I'd probably take everything out of perception. I'd leave it at 1 and then just max out my luck, because that never hurts. And then I'd probably try and be like a charismatic barter type person.
see, I think I would try to be more. Was there one for like agility?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'd try to be agile because that would make my life easier in terms of finding these
Oh yeah,
rats.
catching the rats.
Yeah.
To eat.
And then trying to, I would say I would be agile, and then I would try to have a lot of charisma because I got to convince people, hey, buy my thing, give me
Mhm.
bottle caps.
But wouldn't you need isn't there a stat for creating? Isn't intelligence important for like being able to make shit?
Let me
Yeah.
pull up the stats for.
Yeah, pull them up because you're right. Because then I would need to be intelligent. Because I can't just kill everyone who buys my rats, because if they're eating all this crazy undercooked radiation food.
Right, exactly. For me, I think charisma would be the most important. I would bump that up a lot. I think I would be very similarly statted to Nicky,
Right.
and then we would both die horribly.
So
Yeah.
strength,
I'd fight
perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck.
Yeah, that's,
Special.
That's the special.
Yeah.
And then there's a longer list of the like the skills that you can go into, but
Like wet noodle and beach jellyfish and stuff like that.
what?
Oh, isn't there one for
Are
animal
those sexual
friend-
positions?
There's
or-
one. There's the animal friendship one.
Yeah.
Right, where, oh man, I do that, so I can just be like, hey, Raz,
That's
what's up?
actually a
Dude.
perk. You
Oh,
can get
okay,
animal
okay.
friendship.
Yeah, so I feel like I would put my charisma up so I can make my way up the ranks of Caesar's Legion,
Mhm.
and
You always gotta say Kaiser the whole time.
Yeah. And then I would put everything else into shooting. Because, I mean, I'm already a decent shot in real life. So, make myself useful.
Yeah, that's probably why I wouldn't shoot at things, because I'm not a great shot and I don't like fighting people. So,
I'm a pacifist.
Side note, like, finding out I was a good shot was very surprising. Like, when they just, like, in boot camp, when they just gave me a gun and they were just like, here, shoot at that thing. And you're like, oh, you're a sharpshooter. I was like, oh, am I? That's first time I ever fired a gun. Cool.
Nice.
but, so, what kind of, like, what would your specialty be? Like, I know you want to make rat skewers, but do you have, like, a Dre special?
Ooh.
Do you use harissa with your rats?
I think it'd probably just be urine.
Just piss all over the
Disgusting, very
Your urine?
dehydrated.
Whose urine?
See, I feel like I should have done the cooking vendor thing.
Well,
since
they
I
fucked
actually
up and
know
now
how
you're
to
own
cook.
slaves.
Yeah.
Now you're Slaver Andrew, part-time butt boy.
I'm just saying because like that's what I would probably do with myself, just in this world. Because it's like I'm not like a big
Yeah.
gun person.
So what you do in this world?
So
let me get this
shooting guns.
straight.
Is you piss on
Wait,
rats.
Shooting
What I'm
guns,
saying
what are you
is, if
talking
I lived in this world, I think I'd spend my time peeing on rats and feeding them to people.
about?
That's
It'd
all I'm
be my- It'd be
saying.
my special sauce. No one knows the difference. I'd probably like make
They'd be
some
like, wow,
crazy-
this sure tastes like urine.
Oh, so I take pee and some ramen milk and find some concrete dust. Whisk that all up. You know.
I don't think people are coming to your restaurants, right?
But it's okay because I have mega charisma, so everyone's gonna like it.
Oh, this tastes amazing.
My stomach is literally melting, but you see the smile on the man's face?
Exactly.
He's so charming. Oh, God.
No, as
But-
far as a drink specialty goes, I'd probably make an old fashioned, but drop a little like uranium in there.
Ooh.
You know, go with the theme.
It's an old-fashioned, new
You,
fashion.
see, alright, I'm already gonna name your drink special. It should be like the Megaton Mule.
That's
Ooh.
dope.
That'd be-
So I
It
would
has-
need to make
Holy
some form of
shit.
mule instead of old fashioned.
No, no,
You'd also have
You
to
call it what you want.
Your cup should be like hydrogen bomb themed, so it's like you
Oh,
open
like
the lid and you
like
shake it.
from the Repcon facility, they have the airplanes type things.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those, or I could just take a mini nuke and just like crack it open.
That's a great idea.
You know what? I
Fantastic
changed
idea.
my answer. I would find a car and try to get it to work. That would literally be my mission: is to find one of those dilapidated
Be a fucking
bullshit
grease monkey.
cars and try to get it to work, and then just kind of have like a Mad Max car that I can drive and just watch.
But-
I love my number one thing to do in real life is people watch. I just love watching people interact, people live.
Usually from their showers.
No, no, just like and see
With
how they do. Like I
binoculars.
would go and watch Dre cook food and try his disgusting food, and I would sit there crying about how gross it was. But
Yeah.
God damn it, that smile on his face
Exactly.
is
He's
so
a very
charming.
handsome man.
I'd watch.
He pees on a
I'd
lot of
watch
rats.
Nick do his stand up.
What's the deal with ghouls?
Yeah.
That's racist.
I'd go to Nicky's bar and just like people watch the people who come into his bar and like just all the while driving around the wasteland, like going to different places, avoiding Caesar's Legion because
Now you want to avoid them.
But here's
Taking away from your slave market.
But honestly, like if I could do like the fun, like because I guess I went to a more realistic thing than like you guys did, because like I went to like I would probably be captured by somebody and then just have to work my way
Well,
into.
I
their
went
ranks
to
and
super
stuff.
realistic. I said I was going to die.
That's
That's
true.
absolutely what's
That's
going to
true.
happen.
So that's kind of like with the theme of that board game I bought, which you still gotta play.
Yeah, we'll definitely play that.
Wasteland Delivery Express. You could also like be a courier.
Oh, it could be an actual courier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And actually
I would
deliver people's
probably do
shit.
that. Like I would literally do the job.
Just keep doing your job that you were assigned.
Yeah.
Instead of going on this fucking manhunt after this person, you're like, I'm just gonna go
I'm
get
gonna
another
teach a
package.
curry.
See, I'm gonna throw a wrench in your plan though.
He needs a wrench for his car.
Well, that's great. I'm glad I'm doing that. But in Fallout, the whole point of it is it's still kind of stuck. It's futuristic, but stuck in the whole 1950s technology. They never developed. I think it was the transistor or like a vacuum something. like that.
Microcomputer?
Something.
Microchips?
Man, I should know this, but it's like there's like that.
There's
one
somebody
thing-
yelling at their fucking like car or their headphones right now, like it's the me, you nerds.
Exactly, but it's like that's the whole diversion sort of was. They didn't develop this one specific thing, and so everything. Cars, for example, are now atomic powered. So that would mean that you would need to have knowledge of like physics,
So then I'd
So
so then
bump
I'd
up
ca-
his
yeah I'd
intelligence.
bump up intelligence.
Go hang out with the boomers. Run
Yeah.
that nuke run.
I'd bump up intelligence and all my base stats for like protection and stuff, just so
See,
I
but
wouldn't get hurt.
Then you gotta be careful when you've got your car because the Brotherhood of Steel is gonna be on your ass to get that shit.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
So then you gotta have some
They're
slaves
gonna Brotherhood
to
of
shoot
Steel
at
your
them.
shit.
Damn.
Yep. Yep.
So then,
But
maybe,
I like your plan. I like it a lot. So you could just come and pick us up, and we'll have like a ragtag group of
Holy shit!
idiots.
We can have a fucking travel
Food truck.
bar,
Food truck.
food truck, and comedy stand. Oh, bruh.
that would be intense. I think we
Holy
came
shit.
to an amazing conclusion, and I feel like this might be a good spot
Andrew.
to wrap up.
Andrew, can you? I totally agree. We don't want to go on too long, but can you draw the Fallout comedy food truck with a bar?
I'll post it with the
Because I
podcast.
think that would be a very just like running down super meat.
Yes, that will.
Yeah.
That is a
Oh
thing
my
that
God.
will be. I guess. And when we make a video of it, when we put this up on YouTube, that'll be the picture that they see that plays along with the audio.
Well, it was lovely talking to you, gentlemen.
Oh, indeed. I need more coffee in my life.
Oh yeah, I could go
Going
for some. I
low.
could go for some food too.
I could go for some piss rats.
Yeah, piss rat sounds great.
And I'll make you
So
guys.
I've been Andrew.
make a ton.
Again, you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Andresito. And just if I swipe right on you in Tinder and we both swiped right on each other, don't stand me up. Just let me know you're not interested.
I think that's really the main takeaway is don't be a dick.
Yeah.
I'm Wiggity Wizard on YouTube, and you can find my Twitch from there. I haven't streamed in a while, but I plan on starting that up again
Oh yeah,
soon.
we've got some big things in the works. This podcast is just phase 1.
I am at Twitter, and also Twinker at Pleasant Thinker. And you can find me there. Also, of course, please check out our website, our webcomic. It's pleasant-thoughts.com.
There'll be links in the description of this.
Hey.
Yeah, do that. Click all of them. Click them multiple times.
And signing off, this is Dre. I'm gonna do my radio voice just to upset Andrew because I know he doesn't like it.
It's actually, your
growing on
charisma is so high that I
That
just
it makes
have
me want to drink your
It's just a
piss.
smile. Anyways, this is just a tribute.
Goodbye.